Hi everyone, it's now time for episode 8 of my Mat49324 Talkz. I'm going to be discussing the San Francisco 450 or Supercross Main event. Once again, another action-packed race. I thought that was going to be Dungey's all the way, especially after he got out front and started pulling a gap on the field before that terrible crash that he suffered about halfway through the race. And of course, I found out that he crashed there in the same spot in his heat race. Of course, I actually slept through the heat races, but that was my fault. But I think what surprised me the most was that Kevin Windham had the fastest lap time in practice, and he finishes 11th in the main event. I thought for sure he probably would be in the top 5. Maybe on the top spot if things were going well, but so far. But the biggest surprise, besides Kevin Windham, James Stewart and his wrist surgery. And I'm thinking, oh man, Chad Reed might have had another championship. Of course, Reed now out with his broken hand, which really sucks. And like I mentioned in my 6th episode, this series has just become pretty empty to talk about with Reed out of the series. But what can you do? Anyway, I thought that the race was certainly an exciting one between Villopoto, the eventual winner, Josh Hill in 2nd, Millsaps in 3rd, Dungey salvaging what could have been a disastrous night for a 4th place, which I thought was very heroic, even though that was Dungey's first non-podium of the season. But overall, Dungey, you're really impressive, especially after that first win in Phoenix. I guess you could say he got kind of lucky with Stewart's crash in qualifying with the Partridge. But for now, I'm kind of hoping that this might end Stewart's season, but it's wishful thinking. I don't know if Stewart's surgery was successful, but one thing I do know, he will be back. I don't know about Chad Reed being back for this season. I like to think he will. The series is just kind of empty without him. Or Stewie for that matter. Because now the battle that everybody was expecting, Stewart and Reed, is pretty much done. Both Reed and Stewart out with injuries. Of course, I know that a lot of people are kind of getting on Reed's case about what happened at Phoenix. I didn't see anything wrong. Like I said, Reed was going for a block pass. But anyway, San Francisco tonight, like I said, another action-packed race. Big surprise to see a big crash from Dungey. Here's something in the background, that's my printer. But for now, anyway, I kind of thought that with Villopoto and Hill battling it out, I thought they would probably push themselves a little closer to Dungey. But things didn't work out, and then what happens? Dungey has that horrific crash, and he probably could have had at least a broken leg out of that, or possibly some serious leg pain, but he was able to come through with pretty much not a scratch on him, which really surprises me. Of course, the guys are all wearing protective gear, but basically, what really surprised me the most about that crash, he didn't even hit the ground. He didn't fall flat on his back or flat on his stomach. Because if I was Dungey right now, I'd be like, whoa! Because Dungey got cross-rutted, and that pretty much did it. That was the end of his night. He wound up finishing in 4th. But Dungey's still the points leader, so he doesn't have to fret. But I think the real question right now is when will Stewart come back? And also for me, the big question on my mind is Reed going to make a comeback on this season? Maybe get a win before the season's done. I guess we'll just have to watch to find out. Of course, now I know that Reed won't get a win at San Francisco, which is the next round. But he'll certainly be in the hunt for the outdoor title later this summer. And let's just hope that the Supercross season can only be... And let's just hope that the Supercross season will have an unpredicted winner. And so far, it looks that way. But there's only one word that can describe this season so far. Unpredictable. And I say that because Stewart wins the first round, Dungey the next two, and now Villopoto wins this one at San Francisco. And to be honest, I think the big surprise is Dungey, with the fact that not only is he the points leader, which is what I didn't even expect. I thought he'd be up there maybe a round or two after a couple rounds or two or three, but he's really poured it on, and I tell you, Ricky must be training him right to handle a crash like that, or to even have a season like how he is. But anyway, that's it for my 8th episode of my Mat49324 Talkz, and I'll see you guys for the San Diego round, where I'll see that on speed, and then we'll see what happens. See you later.